So we talked about this today. I got an email from one of our developing traders, and in his email, he's like, I had a great day, and went through all of the reasons why I had a great day. And we talked to the guys in this room about this, and it hit upon a really important point that I don't think a lot of people think about, which is you don't want to overvalue your P&L, particularly when you're developing as a trader. And we have a guy who is really starting to make a lot of progress as a developing trader. Last month he made about 20,000. The month before he made about 14, and he's getting really excited. He's been trading a little bit over a year. He's getting really excited, and his reviews are starting to get very judgmental based on his P&L. He's starting to get way too happy. When he, I think today he made $2,300, and he sent me his review, and I read it every day, and he's getting way too happy. And he's completely overvaluing himself and his trading based on his P&L. And I actually haven't responded to him today, but I'll sort of tell you what I'm going to say to him, which is, all right, let's just say this trader, starts to make $20,000, $30,000 a month over the next 6 months. Well, you got to pay taxes, all right? Goldman Sachs likes its commission dollars. The firm gets a piece of your profits as well for putting up the capital and taking on the risk. And, he's a younger person, and so the money to him will still be great. It'd still be a lot of money for him, but that's not what we're trying to do here. Like, we're not trying to make $100,000 or $200,000 here. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to, develop traders to be as good as they can be. And even the guys who put up 7 figures last year, they are all going through a process of how do they improve? How do they become multi-million-dollar traders? There is no destination where you get to the point and you're like, this is great, and you can take off time, and you are now happy with yourself, and it changes your life. Your life is you trying to get better at trading, and you trying to figure out how good you can be, and you challenging yourself every day, you testing yourself every day. That gentleman I talked about who made $200,000 last year had a really strong open to this month. I think he made 11 today. And I say the same thing to him, and have said the same thing to him for the last 2 years when he used to make $4,000 a month, which is keep pushing, keep trading a little bit bigger. He's just doing the same thing, trading a little bit bigger. $4,000 becomes $200,000. $1 million becomes $2 million. $13,000 becomes $20,000, becomes way more. So what are you so happy about? Like, you're just going through a process. And great, you're having some success, but there are much better days ahead. And if you just judge yourself based on your P&L, and you judge your trades just whether you won or lost, you're going to get in the way of that whole process. You're going to be the guy who sits there at $250,000 and never gets any better, because you just don't have the mindset for it. So in talking to you guys today, what became pretty clear was this concept of you want to win the trading day. And the way you win that trading day is the way you speed up your trading development. The way that you speed up your development as a trader is you win each day. The way you win each day is you win each period where you can get better. And so we talked about that. That means you win the period when you put your ideas into your AM sheet. You win the best playbook review. You win doing the best detailed trade review. You win being present when we have conversations and mentoring sessions like this. You win by talking to each other and learning from each other. You win by doing a great playbook trade and archiving it. You win by doing a great job of daydreaming about trading and thinking about how you're going to be better. You win each period of that during the day. You win that at 8:30 in the morning, at 11 o'clock, at 12:30, at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 4:05, at 5 o'clock. You win those periods. Whether or not you won on a trade at 10:30 is not as important as all of those other opportunities for you to win throughout the day. Win. Be competitive. You want to be competitive? Win all of those battles. Anyone can sit there and be interested in making $50, $200, $500 more. Very few people can win doing the best playbook trade each day. If you look on Twitter, there's a lot of people talking about how the playbook has helped their trading, particularly today. People are writing a lot about it, and people have actually taken that concept and expanded it and made these really elaborate personal libraries for themselves of their best setups off of the playbook that I wrote. They're winning. They're winning. They're winning every day. And so, you want to get to that point where you're that $20,000 a month trader. Win each period, win each day. There's a video that we did about this. You can watch it. So I got an email yesterday from one of the guys in this room who will go nameless. And this trader wrote me an email, developing trader, and went through his day. And the trader said that it was a great day because I saw 3 playbook setups. And it was a great day because my stock selection was really good. And it was a great day because I made some progress. I had a really good video session watching some trades that I had taped. And it was a really great day because we got a chance to meet Dr. Steenbarger yesterday. And it was a really great day because I met some of the goals that I had sort of set for myself for that day. And what's interesting is that people come into rooms like this and they have misconceptions about what it's like to become a really, really good trader. And perhaps some of you still have some myths that need to be busted for you to become a successful trader. And now some of you are trading, and some of you are trading live, and we get wrapped up in the P&L for that trading session, and we lose sight of the big picture. I want you to do well with your P&L, but that is probably on a list of 10 things that go into today. It's probably 10th in terms of what is important. And something for you to think about, though. And so you all sit here and you're like, I got to put up a really big P&L day, and you judge yourself based on your P&L. You judge your day based on your P&L. And the best traders who developed here have not done that and do not do that. There are traders that made over a couple $100,000 last month that are not judging their month based on their P&L. They're acknowledging that there was some pretty good opportunity. They're thinking about how they could have made more. They're thinking about how they could have made less in certain areas, trying to get better. For you guys, very specifically, what that means is you got to win the day. You got to win the day. You got to win every day. And what that means is that when you all get an opportunity to participate with the SMB AM sheet, you got to win that exercise. You got to put in the best ideas for yourself that day. You got to win the morning. You got to chime into Spencer's AM call and be present. Absorb what he's talking about in terms of levels. Absorb why he is bringing up certain stocks. Decode why he's focusing on 3 or 4 stocks. Decode why he is pointing out certain levels, and learn how to do that. And you gotta win the battle of right before the open, sorting out the best ideas for you with a roadmap. And then later on in the day, you gotta win doing the best playbook trade in as much detail and as much thought of trades that are best for you as you can. You got to win the playbook exercise. And when we have this 11 o'clock meeting, you've got to win this meeting. And that means being present, absorbing as much as you can. The best traders were in this room just like you were 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and they were like sponges. What's funny is that when they talk about trading, they may trade very differently than I do, but they sound exactly like I do on core principles. They use the same language, they talk the same way. Right? That is not an accident. And it's not about me it's about them absorbing knowledge. You gotta win the battle of watching back your tape with focus. You got to do a great job there. You've got to win the battle of your detailed trade review. You should do the best trade review for yourself during each day that you can. Don't dog it. Don't blow it off. Okay? You got to win talking to each other and learning as much as you can from each other. Perhaps you're in certain trades, but Christian, you got to learn from Brian, and Brian, you got to learn from Brad, and Brad, you got to learn from Steven, and Steven, you got to learn from Kurt. And the newer guys in here visiting, you all got to learn from each other. You got to win that battle. And you got to win daydreaming at night about the setups that are good for you. And you got to win that nighttime preparation battle by ripping through charts and turning on to see how the overseas markets are doing. And you got to win getting to bed on time and getting a good night's sleep. And you got to win making sure that you're sticking to your exercise program. And you got to win making sure you're eating right during the day. Okay? And you got to win making sure you're taking time to revive yourself so you're most productive. That is what is important. And there are so many battles for you to win during the day that are more important than making a trade and making money in it. You know, I was trading a stock today. I saw the moment. I went to go put on big size, and one of my keys didn't work, and I had 2 tiers, and I wanted to have 5 tiers. And so, you know, but that's one part of the day. I can win all these other things. And if you do that every day, just imagine you come in every day and you hyper-focus on your P&L and trades, and you don't win all those other battles every single day for 18 months. Where are you going to be? But just imagine you actually come in and you win and you compete. You know, people will talk about, I want to be a great trader. You want to be a great trader? Compete. You want to compete? Win every single one of those battles. Be the best person on this desk putting in AM ideas. That takes work. It doesn't show up in your P&L, but it matters. No one's going to watch you watching tape by yourself at home at night, but it matters.
What are you doing to be a better trader for 2017? Right now is a great time of year to take a step back, assess where you're at, and plan for the new year. SMB can help you do that this year. Spend an entire hour with me. We'll take a look at where you are, maybe find a few holes, and I will give you some specific ways that you can improve and things to look at to take your trading to the next level for the next year. It's $75. If you don't feel like you've gotten value from our conversation and it's been a waste of your time, just let me know at the end of our conversation, and we'll give you your money back, no questions. If you do end up doing more serious training with SMB in the future, you can apply that $75 towards whatever course or mentoring or whatever it is that you end up doing. Literally have nothing to lose here. I look forward to speaking with you over the next couple weeks as we look forward to 2017 and being better traders than we were in 2016.